but Ramirez is not in there to make things easy for anyone.
So he's resilient, you know, he's got nice body shots, he's landed a few. I think a couple of times Queller's had to, you know, suck in the air, but the long range boxing, the jabs, the shorter work on the inside as well, the clean work, lovely left hook there from Queller, got great feet.
Going into the final minute.
Good left hook there from Queller after ropes. Ramirez won't be deterred though, ploughing forward all night long, physically strong, tough, rugged.
The encouragement from Gabriel Diaz continues to come from Ramirez's corner. Still an active fighter, his trainer. He had one not that long ago, actually. Over 60 fights in his record now. Good jab again there from Crawler. Closing seconds of this 10 round for a lightweight. There goes the bell. Touch of gloves between the two. It was uncomfortable, it was difficult at times for Anthony Crawler, and he will be keen to see exactly what kind of attention, what kind of medical attention that cut will need and how long they think it will take to heal. I don't think he was looking to get back out again straight away. This was just getting a fight in after not having fought since the start of October. But next up, we are going to have Ryan Burnett defending his WBA bantamweight title, and he's been through the wars a bit in his last couple of fights. Head clashes, cuts, quite a lot of blood against Lee Haskins, a really hard fight against Janat Shakiyanov. A different kind of opponent in Yonfrez Pareco, but Burnett, Anthony Joshua and maybe Billy Joe Saunders aside, had as good as, if not a better 2017 than anybody else you would really think of. Let's have a look at your final scorecard.
Yeah, like I say, I had a Crawler, not an easy winner, but a clear winner. You know, like I say, Ramirez, competitive, tough, rugged in every round of the fight, made Crawler work all the time, but for me, Crawler's accuracy had him a very clear winner on the cards.
Ladies and gentlemen, a referee, Rhys Carter, will bring together both boxers. We go to our judges' score totals. Martin Williams, 100-91. Steve Gray, 100-90. Howard Foster, 98-92. All for the winner, the fighting pride of Manchester, Anthony $1 Million Crawler. And ladies and gentlemen, please, in appreciation from Mexico, Ramirez.
Congratulations to Anthony Crawler picking up his second win since his loss to Jorge Linares last year. Tony, a case of job done, just the fight perhaps Anthony needed, but maybe a shame it was on a pay-per-view night.
It's a tough one, Anna. He wants to get rounds in. He's fresh off the win over Ricky Burns. You know, he's been out the ring a long time. He's probably on the cusp of a big fight and needs rounds. And, you know, it's ticked the boxes tonight. It wasn't the most flattering performance. And Anthony will be first to accept that. But he's got rounds against a tough guy. And that's what he needed. It's not always about, you know, box office fights and box office performances. Sometimes you just need them rounds and to get yourself out of the gym.
He's been a world champion, Carl. He knows what it's like. He wants to get back up there again. How does he do that?
Well, it was a tough one this evening because it was on a high-profile card in front of a big audience, all eyes on him. This place is busy now, it's getting there, and it was a tough one for him. I mean, it was a bit of a workmanlike performance, but a bit laboured workmanlike, which is not what he wanted. He got the job done. He was a clear enough winner, being a close, bit of an ugly-looking fight. So you know, he won't be overly pleased with that, but he's got the job done and he can now move on from it. I mean, there's not really much more you can say about that, but Johnny's coming in.
I think Anthony Croller's the kind of guy that steps up when the levels are stepped up in front of him. We saw in the beginning of his career, he struggled at domestic level, got to world level, stepped it up a little bit. He now wants the opportunity to prove he's still a world fighting champion at the world level. So step up the competition, step up what's in front of him, and I'm quite sure the performance of him will get better as well.
Crawler, Luke Campbell, is that a fight you want to see? Domestically, that should be a good fight.
Domestically, it shows who's king of the hill. I think it's a tough ask because Luke Campbell's young, he's fresh, but I think Crawler could edge it. I think the wisdom of Crawler would be enough, but it's a tough ask. It's a give him, it's a 50-50, but it will prove that he's still world class if he gets through that.
All right, okay, coming up next, Northern Ireland's Ryan Burnett puts his world title on the line.
I had to overcome obstacles that the majority of people just wouldn't have to overcome. Becoming homeless. I can remember sitting on a load of cardboard boxes and I said to myself, it's going to be alright and you're going to get to where you want to be, and here I am.
William Hill sponsors Joshua versus Barker.